What was then the turning point for you? That you thought, well, pull the pin, fuck it, it's okay.
Well, for one, we didn't really have another album title. And that was one that kind of came around. And it was just something that came back to me that I remembered from when I was a kid, that we used to say a lot. And it was kind of how the record was made, really. So it wasn't really that thought about, as most things aren't. You know, you can analyse them and talk about them for hours on end later, but really the decisions kind of came about very quickly, and
they become relevant by themselves.
Yeah.
You know, the phrase does, you know, like leave itself open to interpretation from, you know, like Kelly was saying, just from an attitude point of view, or from somebody else reading the phrase. You know, like they might think it's very political in the sense of what's going on in the world in this day and age, and that's what's good about, you know, like creating something. It does, you know, like spur people to think of different things, and perhaps, you know, like take them on a different path.
So it doesn't mind you that people will see it more as some phrases as more political. It doesn't mind you?
No, if people, you know, want to interpret soldiers make good targets as something about politics or the war, they can. But to me, it's a painting on my wall in the house, and it was a painting by a Dutch artist actually, which I forget his name. Of he did lots of toy soldiers into the shape of a target, kind of a Jasper Johns kind of painting. And that painting was called Soldiers Make Good Targets. And when that guitar riff happened, it kind of lended itself to that title. And the song talks more about the irony and the flip side to consumerism and TV. You know, like you can't smoke in public anymore, but you can buy a gun and you can carry a gun, but you can't have a cigarette. So, you know, it says if you escape disease, but you can get shot tonight. You may not have cancer, but you might get shot. And I quite like those flip sides, you know, and, you know, when it compares about, you can watch a war live on television and then turn it over, then there's a McDonald's advert. You know, what has the world come to when you can literally turn on the TV and literally watch a live coverage of a war? I mean, it's not a fucking sporting event, it's a war. And I find stuff like that a bit odd, and then you turn over and Dora the Explorer's on the other side. You know, I think it's just a bit weird to me. But not so much that I sit awake at night thinking about it. It's just one comment or phrase that came about while I was writing the song, and, you know, I don't fret or stress about it too much. It's just kind of my interpretation about what that song kind of requires from a lyric standpoint, really, you know.
But do you feel you have to speak out more now, or does it feel just politics,
no,
musicians, just different worlds?
I don't want to be Bono or Bob Geldof, man. You know, they do a good job of doing it. But there's a lot of young musicians that talk shit, in my opinion. They've read one newspaper article and seen one documentary, and they only start down a pay fucking packet the year before. So I don't know what they really think they know about the world. They haven't been anywhere. So I think a lot of kids need to shut up because they're making a fool of themselves, and the people that do actually go out and meet prime ministers and visit countries, be it Bono, be it Geldof, who actually do something, you know, good on them. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm one of those people, because I'm not, you know. I barely get a chance to read the newspaper every day. It's not what I'm into. I've got enough stuff going on in my own life. You know, I'm not here to save the world. I'll leave that to fucking Superman.
Which is being Bono.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, whoever wants to fill that
whoever
role.
wants to fill that role, man. I've got enough on my plate.
Yeah,
I haven't got time to save the world. I'll entertain some of them.
Certain people feel a need to, you know, like take charge of a situation, don't they? And then other people, they just do it in different ways. You know, like I think musicians and songwriters, you can provoke different reactions from just writing a song. You don't have to, you know, like shout about political views and what have you.
Yeah.